Get in, losers, we're going shopping. Hey guys, Ashley Elizabeth here with AHM Artistry, and hey, welcome. This is a three-part I should say, inspired video of this little eye look that I did. So part one is it being inspired by Valentine's Day coming up. Part two is my fatal babes out there, Mean Girls inspired eye look. And number three is it's a Mean Girls inspired eye look. I'm completely inspired by the Mean Girls movie. I've always loved it. I remember watching it when I was in high school and me and my friends were just obsessed. And the quotes, like, we still say to this day. So I created this look kind of inspired more like Regina George, if Regina George did her makeup today, which is, I don't even want to know how much later. Like, how long has it been since that movie came out? But if she completely glamified herself on what like the trends are right now, that is kind of like the little look that I did. So I'm going to do a little character series like inspired by that. So there'll be some more Mean Girls makeup inspired, but not like recreating their specific looks, but taking what they were into and like what their status was and kind of like what they would do their makeup now. Does that make sense? Does that kind of make sense? And I also did this look a few weeks ago for one of my videos, and I also posted this picture on Instagram, and I had a couple requests for the look. So I was so happy to recreate it, and then I had the whole idea to do a Mean Girls series. Eee! So if you love Mean Girls and you love makeup, then let's dive right in. Face is already all done. I went ahead and just put lip liner on, but I haven't decided about what color I'm gonna do yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows really quickly, and then we will get to the fun part, okay? That's much better. So today we're going to be going in with mostly the Sigma Cream de Couture palette and then the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. The Sigma Cream de Couture was holiday, but I have seen it on a few legit websites a couple times, so I'll link it down below. It wasn't available on the Sigma Beauty website anymore, but hopefully they'll bring it back as a year-round collection because this palette, you probably saw it in my ultraviolet tutorial, but this palette is amazing. My eyelids are already prepped with the Urban Decay All Nighter Concealer. So I'm gonna go in with my super fluffy brush from Wet n Wild, dip it into Roll-In Dough, and just cover the lids to set everything and help with transition. Next, I'm gonna take my blending brush from Bare Minerals and dip it right into Cherry Blossom. And I'm gonna start blending out my transition shades. Now I'm gonna dip right into Lavender Honey and put it right on my crease because it's kind of like a purpley pink shade. It's very pretty. What I love about this palette is it's like very, very buildable. Really easy to build up color, really pretty, but it's a pastel palette, so it's not gonna be like boom in your face pigment right away. It's the most pigmented pastel palette I've ever used, but it's very blendable and buildable, which is very nice because you can definitely customize it as much color payoff that you want to have. So that's why I'm digging this palette. While we're on that shade, I'm gonna take this little flat brush and dip it also into Lavender Honey and bring it on the corners. And since my base is already done, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the lower lash line too. Usually I would save this for last if I haven't done my foundation, but since we're on those colors, I'm gonna take that same somewhat fluffy rounded brush and just do the edges of the lower lash line, leaving the middle space we're gonna leave blank for now until we throw a bunch of glitter on it. I'm gonna take this little fine fluffy brush and blend that out. Now I'm gonna take my Sigma E25 brush and let's dip it into Red Berry Rose. I know you've been wanting me to throw that on my lid. I know it. It's hot, hot, hot pink. Ooh. Going right into the crease. Let's build up that color, baby. It's so vibrant and gorgeous. And then bring it right down onto those sides too. What I like about the E25 brush is it has like, it's flat but fluffy. So you can blend it into the crease and then gently, in like an oval shape, blend it up and out to create that blend. Take that little pointed brush again and do the underneath, but get it closer to the lash line on that one. Make sure your corners are starting to blend together. Then back to that little round one and dip it into Red Berry Rose again and do the corners. We're getting paint up in here. So take that fluffy brush and just make sure it's all blended out. Dip right into Rolling in Dough and pop it right underneath the brows to create that matte highlight. And then right here. Now I'm gonna deepen up the crease a smidge bit, and I'm gonna go in with this really pointy brush. I'm gonna dip it right into Cafe au Latte and
Red Berry Rose.
And just blend it. Deepen up the edges. See the difference of the two sides, so it gives a little more depth when you put that deeper shade in there. This is cool, but it doesn't have any depth. It's kind of like flat. That's why I like to deepen it up. Windshield wiper, windshield wiper, windshield wiper. I'm taking a tiny bit of the Cocoa Truffle and Decadent mixed together, and I'm gonna just deepen up the corners a little bit. Now I'm gonna dip into the New Money shade and Dripping in Diamonds, kind of mix it into like a pinky silver. I'm gonna pop it right into the center of my lid like this, blending and kind of creating a roundish triangle shape. And then doing the same thing for the bottom lash line. And that is gonna just be the base for our real glitter. So I'm gonna do a little winged eye with my Tarte Clay pot in black. So however you prefer to line your top lid, you can go ahead and do that. I'm gonna do a winged liner, but you don't have to. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and take just a black pencil liner and then my NYX Faux Whites. So first I'm gonna take the black pencil liner and go right on my lower lash line, but just on the corners. Leaving that little white space, and then right on the upper lash line as well. And then taking that NYX Faux White, just pop it right in the middle. And this is the lavender faux white, but you can use the pink one or whatever. Now it's time for glitter. So first I'm gonna take Peachy Sheen from the Stila Glitter and Glows, and I'm gonna gently place it right there. Kind of create like that moon, that halo in the crease, and pat it out to create a blend. You can do this before your liner or after, whatever, but sometimes it's hard for the liner to go over the glitter if you wait till after, but sometimes it's hard to go around it, so whatever your preference. And then take that for the lower lash line too, avoiding your eyeball. And take my pinky and just pat it out. Now, if this is enough glitter for you, feel free to stop, but it ain't for me, so I'm gonna go in with Diamond Dust from Stila Glitter and Glows and pack some more on there. Same area. Now you wanna make sure the pink blends really well, so I'm gonna take the New Money glitter with like a flat fluffy brush and just soften up the edges just a smidge bit so everything blends in well. Like that, just a tiny touch. All right, let's go ahead and do my mascara, and I'm gonna pop in my Ardell Magnetic Lashes because I have been obsessed with these. If you're wondering if I'm still using them, yes I am, and I freaking love them. So you haven't seen my video on them yet, I'll pop it up right here, but check them out because, you guys, they're amazing. All right, you guys, there is the eye look all complete. Ooh, Ooh, feeling sassy. Go ahead and threw the Stila Stay All Day Bossy on my lips because that is my fave, babe. I love it, and I actually need a new tube because I'm like scraping the sides. If you guys want to see more in this Mean Girls makeup inspired series, go ahead and comment down below with which character you want to see inspired look from next. And don't forget to subscribe so you get notified as soon as I post that. Thank you guys so much for sitting down and watching this with me, and let me know if you're going to recreate it. Thank you so much. Have a great, lovely day.